What's up, everybody, and welcome to Borderland MMA, the only place you need to go for your MMA news, your MMA hot takes, your MMA predictions. You don't need to go to anybody else. What, Lucas Tracy? He's gonna leave you again. I'm not gonna leave you. I'm just kidding. Watch anybody you want. But today we're gonna be breaking down UFC Fight Night Adesanya versus Imavov. I'm very excited. Very excited. Got a hell of a card. A better card than UFC 312. That's for fucking sure. Dana, what are you doing with UFC 312? Like, I feel like I'm a fucking crazy person talking about this card. UFC 312 is so bad. I was looking at these guys. UFC 312. Look at this. Look at this shit. Just top of round 3. Or round 3. Fight. In the feature fight. What the fuck? What is that about? That'll be a different video. Let's break down this one. I'm not breaking down this fight because I don't know anything about it. Let's go with the Great Khan. Yeah. Anyway. For Izzy versus Mike Davis, first fight we're breaking down. Both these guys are fucking killers, dog. I watched both their last fights. Mike Davis is a goddamn tough dude. He strikes so well, and he's so good on the feet, and he has such power. He's so creative. He's in one of my favorite fights of all time. The Mike Davis versus Sadiq Yusuff fight on the Contender series. That was a great fight. That was a phenomenal fight. He landed a knee in the first round. That was one of the best looking knees I've ever seen. It's so good. Watch that fight if you haven't seen it. Then this guy, Zaim, was the guy who kneed Matt Frovola's fucking head off in his last performance at UFC France. But he's got really good skills too. He's a really good striker. He kind of has a tendency to lean you up against the fence, but not to the extent of Mario Batista, none of that. But this is going to be a good fight. This is probably going to be fight of the night. I can see this going all 3 rounds because both these guys are fucking tough. But it's going to be a really good fight. And, thinking about it, who's going to win, I'm going to go with Mike Davis. I'm going to lean towards Mike Davis just because he's really good, dude, and he's really tough. I really think that he has a chance of breaking into the top 15. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Mike Davis. I think he's going to knock Zaim out in the second round. I think Zaim's going to come out very swinging. He's going to come out swinging. He's going to come out very aggressive, I'm going to knock you out like I knocked out Matt Frovola. I don't think he's going to... Granted, that knockout on Matt Frovola did come in the third round, but I think he's gonna gas, and I think Mike Davis is just gonna start piecing him up. I think it's gonna be round 2 or 3 towards the end of round 2, or if it makes it round 3, the beginning of round 3, where Mike has Zaim up against the cage and he's just teeing off body shots. His body shots are good. His body shots are damn good. And, of course, Zaim's amazing, too. Zaim's knees are phenomenal, obviously. Zaim's grappling's really good. Zaim's striking is really good. So this is not, like, a thing where it's an easy Mike Davis W. Like, fucking Peyton Towle was supposed to get in the last fight, or last event. Cool, thanks. Anyway. Moving on. Mike Davis, either late round 2, early round 3 TKO. Yeah. It's going to be a good fight, though. Great fight. Watch me watch it on YouTube. YouTube.com, MMA in Borderland. TikTok, MMA in Borderland. Watch me watch it with my fight companion. Okay. Said Nurmagomedov versus Vincus Oliveira. Vinicus? I don't know how to say your name. Pretty baller name. Okay. Both coming off wins. This is Islam versus fucking Charles. Mini. But both coming off wins. Said's much more of a grappler. I've noticed that Said is a grappler where he's not going to be the type of guy to take you down. He's going to be the type of guy that where if you get on the ground with him, you need to watch out because he will submit you. He's really good. He's a bit of a fence smudger too, but whereas Oliveira is much more of a headhunter. He's more of a knockout artist. He's more of a I'm gonna piece you up type deal. And the odds have this one going to Said, and I kind of do agree because his grappling is not very good. Never mind. Apparently he's better than his. He is better submissions. Okay. But yeah, I think that I think that people are underestimating Oliveira. I think Oliveira is going to knock out Saeed in the first round. I think he's going to come out with something to prove with a chip on his shoulder. He's going against a Nurmagomedov. Is that the most prestigious name in MMA history? Have they surpassed the Gracies, you think? I think Dagestans as a whole definitely have, but specifically the Nurmagomedovs. You have Khabib, you have Umar, you have Saeed. I know they're not all under one family. I know. I get it. I understand. But still. Yeah, this is going to be a good fight. I think either Oliveira knocks him out in the first or Saeed smudges him in the first and then submits him in the second. But it'll be a good fight. It'll be fun. It'll be interesting. I definitely think that the winner of this is going to be a breakout in bantamweight. I think that this is kind of setting the stage for a big bantamweight star to rise up. And I'm just saying, Alexander Bertoja versus Merab, that would allow a star to rise. That would allow a good challenger for Merab to pop up, whether that be Sean O'Malley, Peter Yan, whether that be anybody. It would allow it. I'm just saying. Okay. Sergey Pavlovich versus Jairzo. Oh my god, I'm having a stroke. Rosenstrike. Alright? Pavlovich versus Rosenstrike. Let's get it for real. Big boys, big meat. Alright, here we go. Pavlovich coming off of a loss. Rosenstrike coming off of a win. Pavlovich, of course, got pieced the fuck up by Volkov. Volkov was getting a haircut in the middle of that fight. That was ridiculous. A lot of people are like, hey man, I remember when Pavlovich, we used to think he would beat Tom Aspinall. I remember when we thought Pavlovich was going to be the champ. He still can be, alright? He still can. He's a good guy. Look at him. He's a good guy. I'm not going to forget you, Sergey. Anyway, I think this is going to be a very fun fight. I think this is going to be a very short fight. I think that this is a fight that I'm glad that a lot of people aren't super counting out Sergey, because I think Sergey's going to win. I think Sergey Pavlovich is going to knock him out in one round. I've said it. Let it be done. Sergey Pavlovich, round 1 versus Rosenstrike. Easy knockout. Easy. Ooh, the fun one. Okay. Shara Bullet. Shara's coming in to this fight undefeated. Coming in off a win. That crazy double spinning back fist KO. At, what was that? UFC 3... I can't remember. Like 313. No, definitely not 313. What am I talking about? UFC something. It was the one that Max got KO'd at. I remember that. Yeah, that UFC event. I forgot the number. I'm sorry. And he's coming off that win, while as MVP is coming off of a loss to Ian Gary, which of course, now looking at it, isn't really a loss to be upset about. We can't really judge him based off a loss to Ian Gary after that Shavkat performance. That was awesome. That was a great fight. And I think that just makes MVP's stock rise even higher. And both these guys, amazing strikers. Both these guys very creative. Both these guys are known for their flash knockouts. And I think a lot of people are talking about how, this could be a boring fight. I don't think so, specifically because, I think Shara is going to come forward, and Michael Page, I think Michael Page, MVP, knows that he hasn't really shined a ton in the UFC. You know what I mean? He hasn't shined as much as he did in other promotions. And I think he knows that this is his chance to really show, like, hey, I'm still about it. Like, I know I'm a little older, I'm still about it. Like, I'm still here. And I think he will show that, and I think he will beat Shara. I think he's going to just show levels to striking. I think that Shara is going to be a little bit more wild, a little bit less accurate, a little bit less precise. Whereas MVP is just going to be dropping bombs after bombs after bombs, body shots, head kicks, leg kicks. He's going to be able to maintain the range really well. He's going to be able to do this. He's going to be able to do that. He's going to be able to do everything that Shara Bullet does, just a little bit better, because MVP has that experience. MVP has that in-cage time. MVP has that availability. And I think MVP is going to capitalize off that and give Shara Bullet his first 0. because that's what MVP does. Like, I know he said that he would move back down after this fight. I don't think he should. I think he should stay at middleweight, and I think he should make a run for the belt. But, you know. But this fight, I'm going to go with MVP by decision. Is it 5 or 2 rounds? What are you? I don't know. But I think that he can make a run at the belt. I think it'd be really cool if Imavov gets hurt and Izzy pulls up. But yeah, I think that MVP is gonna put an end to the unstoppable prospect that is Shara Bullet, and I think we're gonna get a hell of a fight. The main event. All right, Israel Adesanya versus Nasruddin Imavov. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've been a very vocal Israel Adesanya hater. I have been. I've been a Alex Pereira dick rider since Alex Pereira got in the UFC. I'll admit it. I like to bounce on it from time to time. All right, but Israel is going to put on a masterclass here. It's not going to be close. Israel's going to piece this guy the fuck up. Also, let me make sure I'm not fucking crazy here. Hold on. Because I'm pretty sure I might just be schizophrenic. But I'm pretty sure the guy that Robert Whittaker knocked out, yeah, it's Ikram. It's Ikram. He was on this fight card, no? Did it get canceled? Ikram Leskarov. He absolutely... Oh, they lost it. Oh, yeah. Passport issues. Damn. Well, I knew that Ikram was on this fucking card. I was so confused. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Anyway, Israel Adesanya versus Imavov. Imavov's coming off a win. Israel's coming off a loss, of course, to Dricus. He's taking on a contender, which is, you know, a big thing when it comes to Izzy. Him taking on a contender. It's not something that you see very often when he wasn't champion. But 5-rounder. Pretty sick shorts for Israel. I don't know if those are custom, but those are fucking cool. I think Israel's going to put on a masterclass. I think he's going to show levels. I think he's going to show why he is the second best middleweight in the world right now, and he is the best middleweight of all time. Like, that's not a hot take. I'm sorry. He is the best middleweight of all time. He just is. And I think he's going to show why in this fight. I think he's going to come out with that contender Izzy vibe. I think he's going to come out with that fucking don't talk shit about my dog, man. That vibe, except with a W. Fuck you, Sean Strickland. Not even about Israel, just about you being a bitch. But yeah, I think Israel's going to show levels. I think he's going to start off slow, kind of finding his range, leg kicking, maybe even point fighting, as everybody loves to say Israel does. But yeah, no, it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a very good fight. I think Israel's going to show levels. Let me tell you, he's going to show levels. But Israel Adesanya, round 3 knockout. I can see him. Imavov kind of. How do I say this? Imavov tends to. When Imavov opens up, he keeps his right hand down, and I can see Israel catching him with the same type of. Israel being in the same situation that he was with Pereira, where he kind of lures him in and then catches him with a counter shot. I can see that. I'm going to say Israel by counter shot KO in round 2. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you guys when the fight card's actually taking place. I'm going to keep making videos. I really like it. I really like doing it. It's really fun. I really like interacting with you guys. I've been starting to get more views, so that's always, you know, good. But I just want to build a small little community where I can talk about fighting, because I love fighting. I love UFC. I love MMA. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll make another video in the next few days about something else, probably 312, probably UFC 312 rant. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Be safe. And yeah, fuck you, Sean Strickland.